Wait, no! Ugh!
Get your hands off of me!
Hello, sub-beta mouse.
Dude, what the fuck is your problem? Why did you just pull up to our complex and just steal our shit?
I wanted to buy your office or something.
You know we're broke as shit, right? Like, we could have worked something out. I don't even give a fuck if it was just a quarter and a fucking piece of gum.
Why would I buy it when I can just take it?
So, are you gonna kill us?
When I get bored of you.
Why do you objectively want to be a bad person?
Hold on, my DoorDash is here.
Well, we're boned.
Well. If it isn't the final installment of this trilogy of videos, the trilogy of games that I've played in my teenhood that have fallen on hard times, whether it be neglect from the developers or the developers straight up just not understanding the current mindset of video games and why people even like their franchise. No. When it comes to Ubisoft and Rainbow Six Siege, it's both. I feel like Rainbow Six Siege has been kind of in a tough spot for the past couple years, and I don't care what numbers on fucking Steam charts or whatever fucking player counting website you use, but I feel like Rainbow Six Siege has been in this limbo state with the community, overall the video game updates, the sort of opinion of the devs, and the devs' approach to the game. I genuinely feel like that Rainbow Six Siege is on its last legs. Now, before I get onto the little structured part of the video here, I feel the need to explain myself. I've been playing Rainbow Six Siege since Velvet Shell, and that was 8 fucking years ago. But I've been playing since then, and that was sort of... is that OG? Do people fucking call that OG? What the fuck? I don't even know. Anyway, the point is that I've been playing this game for a long time, and I have over 2,000 hours in this game, and back when I did play this game, back at the beginning, I was one of those very big competitive people, and I absolutely loved everything about Siege because I felt like it absolutely embodied the word competitive. Nowadays, my approach to Rainbow Six Siege and video games has changed, and I don't think that that's the fault of me getting older. I genuinely am starting to go understand a lot of problems with how modern day video games seem to go prioritize competitiveness rather than fun. Don't believe that competitive is the future anymore, but also at the same time we shouldn't entirely walk away from it. Please watch this next segment, which will discuss competitive and then a whole other slew of problems. Oh, and Siege X. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that too. What game is worth the grind? It's a question I've asked multiple people and myself repeatedly with these past couple years, and it's primarily because a lot of the beliefs I have with gaming have changed as both I've gotten older and have experiences I've seen.
My trump card.
Left side.
It could be any reason at all. It could be the battle pass. It could be one more mission just so you can get that currency, so you can buy whatever it is, a skin or maybe a weapon. I don't know what fucking games you play. Or if you're one of these new gens, it could be to get that next rank, that shiny medal next to your name to go prove your effort and worth. But let me tell you something. If you've been here for the past couple videos, then you'll know I was very pro-competitive at one point, and now I'm very anti-competitive. We'll talk about it more in a way that's relevant to Siege. But first, let's get a couple gripes out of the way. When it comes to competitive, my biggest, fattest fucking issue is the people. The problem is that whenever you tell someone this, they always like to go spit the same fucking line of, dude, it's only some people, like, what are you talking about? Hey, can you switch to fucking Sledge or I'm team killing you? The problem is that, look, I don't care, right? I don't legitimately care if you want to go say your mean things, your pee-pee poo-poo words. I don't care if you want to call me a retard. Do whatever you want, okay? That's fully within your right. My issue is more so how much they genuinely care about this game to where they will actively ruin other people's times if you don't play on their level. And it doesn't help when you actively have a system that tries to censor you. I think I actually got a fucking warning because I typed the word fuck. Let me tell you something, John Ubisoft. Just because people say harsh words and some people don't like it, I mean, remember, there's a mute function in game, both for text and fucking voice. But on top of that, when you actively try to censor people, I hope you know that's gonna make them more mad because they can't say the shit that they want to say. Are we gonna forget that one part in fucking Anthony Pitt's videos where he literally got banned for saying nibba? That's fucking stupid. This is an M-rated game for adults. I'm cool if a kid wants to play it. Hey, I'm not the parent, but I'm just saying, let me say the shit I want to say. On top of that, I'm not a very big fan of ban lists, blacklists, whatever the fuck you want to call them. When it comes to things like how Modern Warfare 3 does it, I hate how it gets rid of the most basic ass features of grenade launchers, fucking flamethrower shit. It gets rid of actual entire weapon classes and stuff like that for the sake of balance. The fact that you can get rid of what literally makes your game known for it being this giant sandbox of weapons and gadgets and all that shit, just for the sake of quote-unquote an equal grounds rule, I think is pretty fucking stupid. So now when we reach competitive and now we have these ass fucking retards, now we have people on the opposite team that are now telling me how I'm gonna be playing this next match, which can last up to like a fucking hour, by the way, depending on how hard we're gonna sweat. For you competitive people out there, I don't need you to explain why this is important, because trust me, I get it. I was a competitive player, and admittedly, I was for this at one point. Back when Ella was implemented, she had one of the most broken SMGs on defense. And the fact that Ubisoft took fucking forever to go nerf it shows that we kind of need something like this. If the developers won't fix it, we gotta do some shit with our own hands, and I don't blame you if you like it. But I'm just telling you, I kind of feel like ultimately this is a dumb rule, and I really don't like it. And I wouldn't really be bitching about this if they didn't change standard to unranked, which now has these bans. Now, let's talk about maps and game modes. I really fucking hate it how these maps and game modes, such as hostage, capture area, all that, not competitively viable. That really pisses me off. A lot of you are going to go on to reasons of, oh, well, this game mode doesn't, who cares, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. I don't care, okay? Let me tell you something. The people who are playing ranked on Rainbow Six Siege are nowhere close to esports players. These guys are the top of the top, the best of the best, the cream of the crop. They deserve to go play in their little corner the way that they want to play, because that's how they feel this game should be represented on an outside level, and that's fine. I don't care. But the fact that us standard people, and you know, hey, I'm around gold, okay, I'm not saying I'm that big, but the fact that we don't even have the option to go even choose in case we want that, I think is pretty stupid, and that we only have one game mode that is consistently played. I think that's really dumb, and I'm not really advocating here for a rebalance for these game modes. I'm just saying, why can't the standard people have the option to go play hostage or control point? I just think that's kind of stupid that we just can't have that when we used to have it before. On top of that, this map ban system is fucking dumb. Why is it that games have this fetish for just making you play maps when you fucking hate them? I've come to the realization a lot of games have really shit maps, or maps that I am not very favorable towards, and I kind of just want to play a handful. And the thing is that the player base for Rainbow Six Siege is big enough to where it can compensate for something like that. It's fine if you have one-trick ponies that just want to go play fucking Border. That's me. So let me fucking play them. I don't want to go vote for them. Do some shit like Counter-Strike where you can just individually choose the maps, and if it's an issue of ranking, then just, again, do what Counter-Strike did, where you can put a rank on each map you play. Clearly you guys already like following trends, which we'll talk about here in a second, so this wouldn't be an issue of stealing. Another problem that the Rainbow Six Siege competitive scene suffers from is downtime. Look, I realize Rainbow Six Siege is a slow, tactical game, but that doesn't really mean that we have to make everything else slow about it. In this video here, and you know, I'm speeding it up of course, it takes a solid 1 minute and 40 seconds to just get into a match, which doesn't even include the actual queue times, by the way, depending on your rank and fucking ping and all that. And then on top of that, you might have to go wait also over a minute more, assuming you're attacking and then you're droning, because who the fuck drones in this game? It takes 2 minutes, and then add on whatever extra time you want to go take in for whatever for queuing. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, and I know a lot of you are already looking at me and squinting your eyes real hard, but let me tell you, when you're playing playing game after game after game after game of the same downtime, of the same loading screens, same operator choosing, same band, same everything, it really drills into your brain. I have over 2,000 hours in this game, and I'm actually starting to get fucking tired of it, of just waiting to play this video game. Again, I'm fine if games are slow, but to actually get into the game and to go make it as long as possible, that's when I start to have some beef. Now, I would be playing more competitive, but unfortunately, since it seems like there's somewhere, somehow, this large majority of people that completely disagree with everything I've listed here, I found my home to be at standard, which, as I previously mentioned, is now unranked. We have the map pools and all of this shit, so now I just have to fucking play quick play. And quick play's fine, I fucking guess, but I mean, the fact that you're doing it to people like me, it's kind of just pushing me out of the bubble, and it's making me feel like someone who's been here a long time fan is no longer really welcome. Never before in my life have I seen a game so shamelessly ruin their art style and follow what is currently trendy and hip as much as I've seen Siege. No, I mean seriously, think about it. On launch, they did not have alpha packs, they didn't have battle passes. Fuck, they even recently added the subscription service that Fortnite crew fucking had. Now they're following the mythic skins, now they're doing crossovers, they're doing the whole 9 fucking yards. It's insane. Now, I know a lot of people are probably pointing the finger and saying, oh, well, who cares, man? You know, people clearly want this because they're spending money. And that's true, but that's a problem as well. I blame Ubisoft just as much as I blame these people that continuously spend asinine prices for a lot of these bundles, a lot of these crossovers, everything. Let me tell you the nitty gritty, you know, father to son here, man to man. Rainbow Six Siege is a realistic, down-to-earth, boots-on-the-ground type shit. The art style was like this at launch, and it was like that several years later at launch. It only recently changed these past couple years. Let's take a look at the elite skins. What was originally supposed to be sort of a tip your hat to war, kind of a salute, so to say, with all these classic divisions, these times, and these eras of war, these outfits that you can buy. Now we're just replaced with a vacation in the Bahamas, girl from Gooner game, some set from the future of 2400 or some shit. Huh? I remember there was a video asking several years ago, all the way back when they were first adding the Italians, of if Rainbow Six Siege was getting too futuristic. And I remember at the time I was kind of sitting there kind of on the fence. I was like, you know, not really. I mean, I can kind of see it, but nah, just like 10, 20 years in the future, pretty much, I'd say, with a lot of this technology. But this, with the cosmetics, I'm afraid have gotten too far. What is one thing that is integral to a competitive game? It is consistency. In other words, no random shit, no luck, no none of that. Everything is on a fair playing field that has to do with strategy and personal input. What else is needed? Oh, here's one thing, especially if you want an esport, readability. With all these cosmetics, it is now absolutely fucked up the readability, not only from the people who are sitting and watching, but also for the people who are playing the game. No, I mean, look at this. Look at this Rick and Morty one, okay? If you did not know before, obviously, you know, seeing this in the shop, who wears this set? I'm asking you this question. I can see a few of you there raising your hands, being like, Rick, that's got to be the doc, right? Because he's like a doctor, you know, like a lab guy, you know, scientist. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of leniency on that. But what about fucking Morty? Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's fucking Fuse. Why is Fuse Morty? What do you mean by this? Now, this isn't the first video I've spoken about art styles. I've done it several times now, and it's very fucking frustrating, but why is it that every game nowadays loves to just fuck it up and ruin it with all these crossovers that just make no sense? Like, I wouldn't even mind crossovers if it fit in universe, but it never does. They all just saw the cake that Fortnite was getting for just adding all this shit into it, and they're like, I need that too. Which kind of explains exactly why they have the loot boxes and, you know, everything I said a couple minutes ago. It's because Rainbow Six Siege, but more importantly, Ubisoft love squeezing the money dry. They love squeezing that lemon until there is absolutely no more juice left to squeeze. Also, it doesn't help, a lot of the seasonal skins and battle pass skins are some of the ugliest shit I've seen. What's going on with these different drawings of the poses of these characters that are in their fucking picture right here? On top of that, why did they have to go render them in some other program so now they just look like they're made of clay? It doesn't fit. It actually just clashes, and it's not even that hard to go make it clash because they stand next to the default compared to the ones that they get in the fucking battle pass. This looks gross. And what's with this bad shit now? You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of those people on Discord that just have 1,000 fucking roles and then it just displays them like badges, almost like it's a bragging right. I don't think anyone there is gonna give a flying fuck if they see someone with 3 badge slots all filled. And on top of that, with that custom character and then that custom background, all these cosmetics aren't gonna stop me from team killing you.
Why didn't you tell me this vector skin existed in the game?
Huh? I've never seen that in my life.
Hold on, you can see it in game. Where are you?
Protect the bomb.
I thought you were Frost for a second.
Look, it's cool to go give your players customizability, but I think there's a line that needs to be drawn on what's acceptable, what looks good, and who cares? Dumb, fat, retarded, gay, stupid, idiot, retarded, fuck.
Holy shit, Azuki, it's a rat!
A rat, fuck.
Hang on, wait a tick. It's fucking me.
So, how did you even get here?
Well, if you must know.
Gentlemen, all of you are coming with me. Take them to the brig.
Oh, Azuki, I'm so sorry, I didn't notice this sooner.
Chill, fuck out. Dude, you're giving my dick rug burn. Stop, chill, stop, please, stop.
So I follow them, and Bob's your uncle, I'm here.
Wow, what a wonderful story. But how do we get out of here?
Well, knobhead, we go back where we came.
Oh, my clavicle.
My dick still burns. Holy shit. Do my eyes deceive me? It's my fucking car. Let's hope the keys are still in it.
Azuki, I want to get out of you just as much as the next guy, but we have to go back for him. We have to kill him. He's literally Hitler.
No. Fine, let's make a plan. Now, before we really start to, dig to the base here, start to go deconstruct this entire topic, I want to get one thing crystal clear, and that is the fact that what side am I on? Am I the casual side, or am I the competitive side? I'm sure most of you can guess it, considering I already said it in the first part, but I'm more of a casual guy. When I'm discussing balance here, it's very tricky. I mean, there's a lot of reasons as to why, but more specifically because it seems like Rainbow Six wants to be more competitive. But if you were to go ask me and a couple other people who, started out all the way at the beginning, even before fucking Season 2 when I started, I feel like Rainbow Six Siege really struck gold. And it kind of was in this weird middle place of it being casual, but it wasn't entirely fitting in the mold of competitive. Old Siege was extremely fucking buggy, extremely unbalanced, and it seems like nowadays people are really for the goal of make everything good, make everything unique, And while that's a respectable goal in of itself and noble, I don't feel like there is any game devs on this planet, and especially Ubisoft, they're the last fuckers to go really trust with this task. When I say I'm pro-casual here, it's more so I want to go critique the changes that they've made. Let me sort of discuss one of the biggest topics here. I have a casual mindset and a competitive mindset. Realistically, on the casual side, who the fuck cares? If something's shit, I mean, maybe that's the unique nature of it, like we're about to discuss. If it's a ranked thing, then okay, if it's broken or it's so shit, even the casual people aren't having fun with it, then that's kind of a problem. But for now, let me kind of dig in here a little bit. What do I mean by it's so bad it's fun? Well, old Tachanka. The entire meme of Lord Tachanka was so popular back in the day because Tachanka was such a shit operator to play. It was a meme pick. It was a throw pick by all means. That's what make it so crazy. He was considered to be a god just because of how shit he was. And if you won, it was almost like a bragging right, kind of. The fact that this character that was so shit, the complete antithesis to how Rainbow Six Siege plays, and you won against the attacking team? Wow, that's wild. They even made a fucking bundle out. I gotta go applaud that. Now, they reworked him.
Everyone's favorite Siege meme lord is getting a much-needed competitive rework.
And sure, okay, it's not a bad rework by any means. Yes, it's cool that now the turret is his primary. Yes, it's cool that he got a SMG as a sidearm. Yes, it is cool that now his gadget is infinitely more useful. I agree. However, I would like to go put this one part here and say, why do I need to specifically play the reworked version? Why can't I just choose the previous version? I know that sounds like a strange take, but hear me out. The old version was fine. It was not broken in any way. Of course, I said it was shit, but I mean, it was fine. Like, if this were to go exist alongside the version of the Shumika, whatever the fuck they call it, who would really care? Who would throw a fit? The fact that we have two operators in one would be kind of a cute idea. I mean, why don't we have that as an option? Now that the fucking, what was it, the DP-12, I think that's the name of the gun, the fact that that became a primary, they took away his Saiga, which I don't fucking know why they would do that. Another thing is that I don't understand Ubi's approach to a lot of annoyances in this game. For example, the shields. I have never seen such a hard imbalance of shields or even shotguns, what we're going to be talking about here in a second, because every season it seems like, oh, shields are shit, and then it's, oh no, shields are back, but then they're fucking broken. Same thing with shotguns. 1 minute someone will say shotguns are shit, next minute people will say shotguns are broken. And I don't know if it's the buff, I don't know if people just throw a bitch fit because they exist in the game, both shotguns and shields, but it seems like Ubisoft can't ever catch a break with this, and that's the part that I'm gonna go say is more on the community to be blamed here. If everyone truly has an issue with shields, then why in the actual hell did we rework two operators, giving one of them a shield and then just pseudo buffing the second one? Blackbeard now being a shield operator that can literally use an AR and a rifle, but then also have Clash, whose main concept is already stupid in a ranked manner. Again, casual, hey, whatever, everything could be wacky and crazy, but on a competitive mindset, okay, now we gotta sit down and talk. Sure, the Clash rework is fine. Yes, it's better than the original, but it doesn't fix the problem. If Clash's idea was just a shield on defense, I feel like it wouldn't be that bad. When you combine a slow mechanic with an already semi-invincible mode, people are gonna start bitching. So what is it, Ubisoft? Are shields too much, or are they not represented enough? On top of that, speaking of shotguns, I don't enjoy how they changed the sights from it being you get better hipfire accuracy to faster ADS speed. Before this happened, nobody ran the fucking hipfire shit. It was still useful to have for shotguns, because what else are you gonna be hipfiring with? Now everybody puts them on because it does ADS speed. So what was the point of reworking the ADS speed from making something so shit to now so good that it doesn't even matter? The downside from the laser is that everyone knows where you are, but if ADS is a big feature to where everyone wants it, then what was the fucking point? It doesn't seem like a downside at that point. If everyone's using it, then where's the balance? It doesn't even help that there's no other options. So why don't you have a secondary laser, maybe color it green or something, to where it just does more hipfire? Now, every gun is ADS, and what made shotguns unique was the fact that you could hipfire with it. It's great for sight destruction, and it's great for killing people close quarters. So what's the beef? Why did they get rid of cooking grenades? It was such a useful feature that took skill, timing, and placement to go actually use it, but now they took it away. It's so baffling, because they took it away during the utility meta. The TLDR of it is the fact that, gadgets from operator specific to just, shit like flashbangs or smokes or whatever, you use so much utility to go break into the site, to go wear out the defender's gadgets that constantly chew away at your resources and make it impossible for you to just step in. It's a necessity. Shove as much shit as you can, and that is apparently very annoying, and I sort of agree. So what was the point in doing that when grenades could have really helped? On the flip side of things, you know, hey, maybe I might get some flack from this if the video itself already hasn't gotten me some flack. Why aren't we allowed to go toss grenades back, you know, on defense? Because that used to be a feature. That would have been pretty cool. The fact that it would rely entirely on the attacker to go time it, cook it well, and then throw it, and then if you were too dumb, you know, couldn't properly do the timing thing, because that's a skill ceiling right there, then you would get fucked. That sounds so cool to me. So, and then let's kind of dig in here to the final little layer. What was the point of nerfing all these guns? For example, Ash had the G36C and the R4C, both weapons that had very big distinctions. The R4C pumped out higher damage and I believe had a faster fire rate, but didn't have an ACOG, at least at the time, and the G36 had the ACOG, easier spray, and pumped out less damage. So they had two distinct differences. What did you want? Which weapon came out to be better for you personally? The problem is that along the way, Rainbow Six Siege decided to go give ops multiple of the same weapons. So in this case, Ash had the G36 and Iana had the G36. When you nerf a gun on one operator, you indirectly nerf another operator. So when this G36 nerf came, you nerfed Iana. Now this one's many years ago, but please revert the fucking change to Jaeger's AR. Also, speaking of an old nerf, please give Sledge back his SMG-11. Such an unneeded nerf. Now, let's speak about operators real quick. I hate how they have operators like Melusi and Fenrir. Two operators that just don't make sense in a competitive setting. What's really frustrating in a game like this? It's already super slow, but now on top of that, it's already hard for the attackers to go get in. So what's an annoying mechanic? Oh, here we go. How about completely blinding someone with this small-ass gadget that you can't see that's very easy to hide? And then on top of that, now adding a gadget like Melusi that can just straight up slow your ass when you enter in any fucking site. Now, I know Melusi and Fenrir, yes, they got nerfed, and that is great. Yes, they're a bit more bearable, but I just think the entire idea is just foolish. Why would you even come up with something like this? And again, going back to Clash, it wouldn't be a problem if it was just a shield, but now the shield can slow and damage. Now, they reworked it in Siege fucking X, but, you know, hey, we'll talk about that in a second. The fucking Frost rework is so dumb and tone deaf, it actually frustrates me. And then another one that I kind of feel like even people who are more for reworks and stuff like that can kind of agree with me here, the Recruit rework. Here's the thing about the Recruit. The part about Recruit is that it's in the name. The Recruit is literally supposed to be a starting operator, someone that's just supposed to get a feel for the game, for the guns, for the fucking gadgets, all that. It's nice, sweet, to the point, and has the unique ability of taking two different gadgets, and that's cool, that's great, that's nice. More importantly, you could use weapons from all four of these starting divisions. The issue with it is that you couldn't put attachments, and I kind of wish they did allow that instead of just doing this stupid fucking rework that just took away a lot of the complexity and uniqueness from the Recruit and now just made it boring. No. This one doesn't even deserve a fucking intro. Let me explain this in the simplest of fucking words, and let me just cut it as short as I fucking can. Rainbow Six Siege X, what a fucking retarded name, is probably one of the biggest disappointing updates I've actually had as my entire time playing Siege. Yes, even worse than Operation Hell. Let me back myself up with some statements here. But first, we have to go discuss what's going on in the gaming sphere when it comes to blank game 2. We have the first one being Overwatch 2, then the second Counter-Strike 2, and now the third Rainbow Six Siege X. Just real quick, just some cliff notes here. Let's take a gander at what these did wrong and then where Rainbow Six Siege X surprisingly really didn't do wrong. Overwatch 2 completely changed 6v6 to 5v5 and then completely fucked up the balancing, and then on top of that they didn't listen to their fucking fan base because of the balancing. They got rid of control point, blah 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 blah, and then they did a lot of other bullshit. Who the fuck cares? Anyway, now only years later they finally going back on their decision slowly, blah blah blah. Okay. Counter-Strike 2 launched with not even half of the game modes, and not even half of the maps, except the competitive ones, of course. And now Rainbow Six Siege X pretty much still has everything, which is actually very fucking shocking here. Except the arcade game mode, you know what I'm saying? And fucking standard, but I made my point on that. That's crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, okay, cool, we got inspection animations, that's neat, alright, I'm not complaining. They have a better pinging system. I'm, again, not bitching about that. But what is the point? Before I really dig into why I don't really give a flying fuck for Rainbow Six Siege X, let me sit here and talk about updates. Now, remember back in old Siege when we used to get 2 operators, and then that was the norm? That was pretty cool, right? We had 2 characters that honestly really shook a lot of things up, because not only were there not a lot of operators then, but on top of that, it's 2 characters now. 1 defense, 1 offense. So it felt like both sides were getting fed the same amount. But now, you know, they've decreased it, and, you know, they want to do it slower before they get to fucking 100 ops and all that. But here's the thing. When you make something normal and expected, it doesn't fill you up. It's the same thing when you eat the same meal every single day. Every single time you come into the restaurant. Okay, I'm going to keep ordering a burger. Okay, I'm going to keep eating that burger over and over and over. And sometimes, you know, maybe on the side, you know, be some updates, you know, they may do the little, oh, hey, now the Siege market is here. Here's some green beans on their side, you know, stuff like that. That's a nice change. Don't get me wrong. Overall, this entire Rainbow Six Siege X update hasn't done anything. I think the Clash rework, while fine, is still fucking stupid, as I spoke about in the balancing section. Really, what is the point? I mean, what is the hype here? Okay, cool, you know, they added some fucking fire extinguishers on the map. I mean, that's neat, I guess, but is that really a groundbreaking update? Okay, cool, they reworked one operator that's been needing a rework ever since she was made. Okay, but what else? Nothing. And this is where I draw my line. It's been an entire journey as a Siege player to go witness all these changes, all these operators, and everything I've pretty much listed in this entire video, and I'm really trying to save you time here. This shouldn't be a 10-minute section. Let me just shorten it and say this. I think their new game mode, the Sixes mode, is the perfect example of what I mean when I say I think Ubisoft is out of touch. The entire game mode is completely against what makes Rainbow Six Siege Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six is a close quarters combat, ultimately very fast time to kill, no respawns, very much a balancing act of a lot of things to go take care of, a lot of things to go have note of, all this stuff because it's supposed to be a realistic shooter. It's supposed to have attack and defense, not everyone being attacked. It doesn't make any sense for 2 sides to go be attacked. And you can't use the role of, oh, one's supposed to be defense, one's supposed to be attack, haha. When you have objectives constantly rotating over this giant map that doesn't even really, it really isn't giant, but it is giant to, you know, fucking Rainbow Six Siege standards with how slow you move. It doesn't create the most fun gameplay loop, especially with the gunplay that's supposed to be tight and very close. That's what makes so much about Siege interesting and unique, because you don't have too many games where it is close quarters combat, especially when you have the leaning, proning. It is a clusterfuck to go do it in this game mode, and it's not in a fun way. Okay, now, okay, everything I just said, okay, everyone's writing this down. Now we go to the Sixes game mode where, okay, there's respawns, and then on top of that, now you have this giant map that has all these open points, which makes it pretty fucked for people who want to use shotguns or SMGs, and now you made shotguns even more useless than they already are. You add all these weird objectives all across the map, but then you still want us to go protect our own. And dude, I shit you not, the video I'm showing on screen, there are these 2 people that literally sat on site as defenders the entire match doing nothing. And I'm just sitting there like, dude, this is fucking boring. And it doesn't help that, you know, now the sound's broken. I don't know if you've been hearing about this. Apparently a lot of people have been making us think about it, but the sound's fucking broken. I thought this was some sort of conspiracy put on by the fucking Siege community here, but no, it's right. It's completely right. I think the entire game mode is such a waste of fucking time. I think it's boring. I don't like how it plays. A lot of the time you're just running around. I just don't understand the big hype for Rainbow Six Siege X. It genuinely just seems like an excuse to go update the engine, and that's fine. That is great. That sounds cool. I'm fine with that. They managed to keep a lot of the content, and I'm jumping for joy. It's not enough to go change my mind, to go really make me want to sit here and say, I think there is hope, because I don't believe so. It's a slow burning, strong dislikement I've had for this game, and I have to step away. I'm not going to go be a fucking YouTuber here. I'm not going to go bitch and cry, be like, oh, my ad revenue, no, please. What do you mean you're not going to watch it because I'm not making Siege content? I'm stepping away because I think this game sucks. I think Ubisoft sucks. I think a lot of the people that make content on this game kind of sucked, and maybe I might even make a part 2, you know, maybe in like a month or 2 or whatever talking about it, but as of today, once I'm done with this fucking video and I don't need any more footage, I'm uninstalling it. This game fucking sucks, and I quit.
Now let's see what we have to see. That guy... That guy... Oh, turret, perfect. Alright, I'll use that. And Azuki, you kill that guy over there.
Aye aye, sir. I'll kill you!
Wait, what do I do?
I don't know, lad. Fuck yourself.
Oh, I guess I'll flip me beam.
Keep it up, Azuki. You're doing good. I think I owe that guy money. Oh well. Well, here goes nothing. Ugh, my other clavicle. What the?
Raiding that office was so easy. I can't believe they're still using Windows 98. What was that?
All in a day's work. Huh? Alright, let's get out of here. What the?
Did you forget about me?
That's it, Kurisu. You went too fucking far, and I'm gonna finish this.
Oh, come here, girl. I've got to suck the poison out.
I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Where is he? Yeah, no.
Hey, Azuki, lad.
What do you want, yellow dress retard?
Booker, catch!
Alright, Azuki. If you're not gonna push me, I guess I'm gonna have to find you myself.
Please work, please work, please work.
Ah, shit! Please don't kill me. Please, I'm not ready to die. Please, 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 I'll do anything.
You destroyed my office, you shot my fucking friend, you took our only computer in that office, now you want to repent? No. You will be judged by my fist!
Holy shit, is that even tournament legal?
I patched Mercer up in the car. Let's pop on.